Hey, so first, yes, I have a new plant. I finally got a bonsai tree, which I've been trying to get for a long time, but I cannot find any in my area. And so I'm so glad I finally did. But anyway, so let's get into it. So let's say that you're in a relationship with someone who you feel like you're not compatible with sexually. So first of all, there's a few things that you can do. And number one, see if you can come to some kind of compromise, some kind of happy medium. For example, you want to see if you and this person can work out or come to a compromise of how many days a week you guys will have sex. See, maybe start with 3 and then slowly go up to 4. And then maybe the person that doesn't want it as much will want to start having more sex. That will probably take a good couple of weeks to, figure out. And then another thing I would say is that the partner that does not want as much sex, maybe if they are in a younger age group, they should first of all make sure they're healthy. And then you also want to go and get your hormone levels checked. Well, I'd actually say that with almost any age, besides the elderly and whatnot. And you just want to make sure that, you're all around in good condition. Make sure there's not any underlying factors of why that person is not as sexual as the other one, and see if there's anything going on that a doctor could help with. Another thing is, if you love that person and you can't come to a reasonable, medium, maybe that the other person that is more sexual, if they want to stay together, is gonna probably have to masturbate more. And just realize that that's probably how things are always going to be if you want to stay with that partner. And then another thing is that you really want to figure out if there are any issues with the relationship, any resentment, which could also definitely cause a separation in sex. So you want to make sure there's nothing else going on, maybe issues with trust. I know that a lot of the times that if a partner has cheated, the other person is obviously not going to be comfortable having sex. And then, eventually they may come around, but eventually no. And a lot of the times, unfortunately, they're not able to work through the cheating, and, the relationship falls apart. So that's another thing, yeah. Make sure there's no other issues going on within the relationship. Another thing that you can do is, if you really love that person and you want to stay together, is maybe consider having an open marriage. Or maybe getting into the poly lifestyle, things such as that. You might want to, if you really love that person and you're the partner that's not very sexual or into having sex, you might want to allow that other person to venture out and find somebody that, they can have sex with, and you guys could still spend time together and whatnot if you guys could work out a happy medium there. And then another thing I want to say is, if all else fails, consider that you two just might not overall be compatible. Even if you love each other, sometimes, like they say, love isn't enough. And both people shouldn't have to live their lives, miserable just because they're not compatible sexually. I've seen that because people aren't compatible sexually, a lot of the times the person who wants more sex will end up cheating, and cause more problems on down the line. And then sometimes those people get married, and then unfortunately there's kids that are involved, and sometimes it leads to divorce and a bunch of other problems. So yeah, like I said, it's unfortunate that love isn't enough, but sometimes it's not, because sex is one of those things, and lovemaking, that really holds, I would say it's part of the glue that holds people together in relationships. So yeah, I just wanted to give some tips on if you're feeling incompatible sexually, some things to consider, and I will talk to you guys again. Okay, bye.